And this is Kieran here, and we've got the website up and working. Now, some changes are going to be made. First of all, these are placeholder textures. Actually, they're not even textures, they're just blindly colored. Um, I'm going to make this whole thing look easier. These buttons are probably going to be gotten rid of, because the About page, nothing on it. Home page will still exist, but probably it's not going to have the same layout. Well, it's going to be a similar layout, but okay. Anyways, this says login, login. And here's where the register is. I'm thinking about, well, I have the login button here, putting a register button just underneath. It's a very possibility. And you can register, go to the register page, and here's all the stuff that we have. The name up top is meant to be your real name. It will be asked for when you lose your account and you need it gotten back. That, along with your address and your phone number if we have them. Birthday may also be used, but birthday is also just so people can know your age. And then security questions for an automatic recovery system. Okay. Now, besides that, um, you can log in, and as you notice, this is in the password thing. You can log in visible. The only thing that will do is make it so it isn't, when you go onto someone's profile, it will say last seen, and it won't take any invisible sessions into account. We still record the invisible session. It's mainly just for our bookkeeping, so we can kind of see where everyone's logging on, what times, just so we can make kind of a better, more tailored experience. And also just for us to know, hey, this person's on from this hour to this hour. Eventually, you will be automatically logged out. That's just for security purposes. But once you do this, once you log in, it's now a My Account button. And there would be an avatar here, but I don't have one right now. Um, that will take you to profile, which is very long and annoying thing. Which you'll notice down at the bottom of the screen, the HTTP Dragonbone Tavern default, and then it has this huge thing. First of all, that doesn't actually do anything right now because it's not supposed to take you to the default page. It's going to take you to the profile page when that's made. And that entire block of text is meant to look that way. It is encrypted. So it's meant to look like a jumble of symbols. So I do that with several things. When you go to verify your account, which I already did, mainly as I was testing, I verified my account. You just go to verify.asp. There's a whole, you'll get an email once you're done registering, and it will then you will verify your account. The email can be sent again if for some reason you don't get it. And mind you, though, you can only use the last email that was sent to you, because the verification code changes each time a new email is sent for, again, security purposes. An inbox for private messages also does not take you anywhere because, again, does not exist yet. Logout button, which does work, will log you out of your account. And then this default, that is the rank that we have right now. Everyone's going to be ranked default, even me, because there are no other ranks made. There's no way to change ranks. Nothing. It's just simple. This is what rank is, and that's kind of where we're at right now. You can log out, and it will log you out. Now I can log back in. Could log in invisible. Now, mind you, this site is made so you cannot be logged in multiple places. So you can't be logged in on two computers at once, because this two computers may not cause a problem. It's when you have two computers in two different places. So, like, if you did it from your home and your office, um, it will eventually kick one off because it's not supposed to be. It'll kick whichever second one the instant it looks at as the other one comes back on. It'll kick. It's meant to kick them off. This is a security thing again to prevent hackers. Now there is the question for everyone. Well, what happens if the hacker gets on first? There is a way to deal with it. If you get kicked out so many times, it's a specific number that we have. I'm not exactly going to give that specific number so people can sit there. It will allow you to send yourself a timeout code. This will be sent in an email, and again, like verification code, the code is a one-time use. Once the code is used, it'll take you to a similar page. It's almost the exact same setup as the verify, and you type in the code, or what I would do is copy and paste it, and then you click, and for the next 10 minutes after that, you cannot access the account. The time will be given to you of when you can access your account again, just so you know, and also it will tell you up at the top of this page if it's sent to verification, a timeout or verification has been resent. It tells you at the top of whatever page you're on in a little blue box right now. So, other than that, that's pretty much everything. There are some tweaks. Right now, it doesn't actually tell you when when the timeout finishes. It's just 10 minutes, for those of you who want to know. Other than that, most of the site's still very much work in progress. I gotta log in, log out. You can register. Though note, when you go to register, at the bottom of the page, we have some terms, which work in progress. These terms are not final. So, even though you guys may, and I spelled defense wrong, but that's beside the point. But even though you guys may know these terms as they are when you get on, that's not supposed to be like that. See, there are issues right now already. But even though you guys may know these terms when you first get your account, you should every so often come back to this page. Probably have it bookmarked because they will change. And this one's the all-important one. You can't have more than one account. The reason is, it's not one account per family, it's one account per person, just as a note. And the reason this is because later on, I don't want more than one account per person, just because it's a waste of space. And then the other important things, if you don't know a term and you violate it, we can still take action against you. Because it's up to you guys to keep informed on this. May seem a little bit mean, but it's meant to protect people. The other important one, privacy policy. This tells you all the information that we collect and why. The IP address and time you join and every page that you go on to is just meant for kind of statistics, like I said earlier. And then we also keep other information like your phone number, your address, your names. It's meant to identify you. It's not used for anything else. The name can be shown on the site, but that is completely your choice. At this time, it's not shown on the site at all, but it will be put on your profile. Okay, and then this is just kind of this is all we're collecting at this point. Now, saying that when forums go up, will be collecting information about your post count and things like that, but that's not exactly private information. Someone could go and count all your posts. It'd take a while, but so instead we have easy ways to get through that. Now, going back to register page, for some of you people, this may apply to. And this was done not to be mean, not to be mean, but 2000. Anyone who was not born before the whatever day it today is, year 2000, and this is assuming that you sign up today. So if you signed up today, 11/18/2013, if you were not born before that date, you cannot sign up. Now, what does that mean exactly? If you're not 13 years old, you can't sign up. Why do I do this to you people? Mind you, it is just right now it may change. But right now I've decided on you need to be 13 years old, because I'm not sure that everything on this site under that age is appropriate. So what happens if your parents think it's fine? Well, then the simple answer is have them sign you up. Mind you, they should also know that they should not put the age over 18 for someone who is under 18. You should not put your age over 18, because there are going to be parts of the site meant for 18 and up. Anyone who puts an age down above 18 when they are not, I am not responsible for anything that may scar you. And none of us are here, because that's the point of why we take the birthday. As part of the reason is we use it for tailoring certain parts of the site. It's mainly just going to be like form parts, as we're going to allow for mature, which doesn't mean that someone can post porn and say the F word every 5 seconds, but some tactics can be a little bit more loose. So, other than that, most of you guys probably, this isn't the important thing. There are a couple other things, and as some of you may know, I've been kind of busy these past couple of weeks. And first of all would be with this website. The other one is the game that I've been working on, and I have had a very busy time, and it has taken me longer to do the things that I wanted to do. I have not even worked on my NaNoWriMo that I wanted to do. That's probably not going to happen. But I still want to get some more things done, especially with this website. So, the plan is until the end of November, I am going to keep up the hiatus. But I do plan on at least getting out 1 or 2 live streams. I planned on doing some last week and the week before, but it just did not happen. This had to do with so many factors. Some of them was just the first day that I had planned. I was planning on doing a live stream. I was going to do it, and then I looked at the clock, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. But that day I had gotten a whole bunch of stuff on this website done. Now, for those of you who knew, we did have a previous website. This one, it was built from the ground up. I did not use the previous website to deal with this. This website's being tailored a little bit more, and I'm going to just take this down because that's bothering me. But this website's tailored a little bit more for what I plan on using it for. So, hope you guys do understand. The hiatus is not permanent. It's just going to be until the end of November. We may come back before then. And I hope that we don't have to stay longer, but if we do, we are also putting some plans together to maybe do something in December. This may or may not happen. It all comes down to a couple of things happening beforehand, but there is some things that I really want to do. And I really want to try and do one thing in December, but if I can't, like I said, depending on some specific things that have to happen, if it doesn't happen the way that I want to, I do have a plan for something else, a little bit smaller in mind, but a little bit more plausible. Um, and depending on that, some other things may change on the channel. But in the next 2 weeks, I'm also going to get some footage recorded because I don't actually have any more footage because I've been so busy working on the website and a couple other things. And then, as some of you may know, the game Kerbal Space Program, I lost a day to that, I'm not gonna lie. It's a fun game. I'll probably stream some of it, probably do some videos on it just because it's lots of fun and so you guys can see what I've been up to. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is what we've got for the website. The video game is not in any way, shape, or form at the point to show any new things. So most of the things that I've done are small kind of background things. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time, which will either be the end of this hiatus or a live stream announcement. I'm hoping on the live stream announcement. So